What's going on, everybody? Double Check Effect Sports Code coming at you with another video. Shout out to all who have liked and subscribed to the channel thus far. I wanted to hop on today and really dissect a game that I saw over the last Thursday and how it relates to an upcoming event. I know we were a little off on our prediction, but the moral of the story is this was far greater than what you could have imagined, and it has a lot to do with the upcoming hurricane Milton that's about to hit the Tampa Bay area. And it all tied back to this game. All the key players, there's a lot of notes on here. This is a little bit more informative of a video. Definitely worth a watch. Some good notes and some foreshadowing that I saw, not only from the game, but the results and the numbers of the trajectory of what could happen in the next coming days in the Tampa Bay area. So if you are in the Tampa Bay area, I would highly suggest probably evacuating. Does not, again, from a numbers perspective, look good. I have a couple friends that live in that area, so I've been highly suggesting that they evacuate because the gematria is really a little disturbing. So we're going to dive into it. I have my notes here. Okay, it's a little bit more of a somber video. So this Thursday, night football was a clear warning to Tampa Bay about the upcoming Hurricane Milton scheduled to arrive this upcoming Wednesday. Okay, and notice the game took place on Thursday Night Football, which means, and Hurricane Milton's about to hit Wednesday. So notice the game took place 6 days before the game, and notice that the game finished with a combined 66 points. 66 points accumulated in this game. For 6 days before this event. Okay, and we're just going to start breaking down this as we go. Okay, starting with the phrase just in Milton. So Milton equals 83, and today this will be October 9th is the 283rd day of the year, leaving 83 days remaining in this rest of the year. So the only year that could happen is a leap year where the two 83s are matching. And also Milton has a direct connection in the reverse cipher to Tampa Bay in the reverse, and this is the ordinal. Okay, that's just a scratch of the surface here. A lot of imagery in the game in itself. And I want to start with the phrase Hurricane Milton. So we're just going to add the phrase Hurricane Milton into the calculator. Hurricane Milton equals 180. Okay, and it's also worth noting, at this game, Baker Mayfield threw for 180 yards and 3 touchdown passes. Okay, and notice the guy had a great game, number 18. Let's take away the 0, Hurricane Milton, right? Hurricane Milton, we just got showing you, equals 180. Kirk Cousins goes crazy, has an insane game. Baker Mayfield also has the 180 connection with his 180 yard. He could have thrown for 178, 179, 81. No, it had to be 180 exactly to commemorate this. I don't see, how, they give you clues. Tampa Bay lost in dramatic fashion. It was all because of this, the diamonds on the field. Also something we want to talk about later on in a different video, but for today we're going to focus on this. Kirk Cousins wearing 18, which leads me to believe that indeed, it'll be a Category 3 hurricane. It hasn't hit Tampa Bay area in over 100 years, and there's a lot of residents that could be complacent with that. The Tobaga tribe. A lot of connections there, but I want to stay focused on these connections that are undeniable at this point. The phrase Hurricane Milton, Tampa Bay, I want you to see this. Hurricane Milton, Tampa Bay is 1270 in the Latin cipher, 1270. And the phrase Category 3 hurricane also equals 1270 in the Latin Jewish cipher. So again, another direct match, letting you know that this is indeed going to hit Tampa Bay. It's going to be a Category 3. So yeah, that's I don't know too much about hurricanes. I don't see them Often I just think that this is kind of a clue. This game was very interesting in the results, so I wanted to know the deeper meaning of it, and I think we found it. So, and again, we have to remember, Tampa Bay and the surrounding area was just recently hit with Hurricane Helene, which led to a lot of property damage along the west coast of Florida, including cities like Clearwater, Sarasota, and St. Petersburg. Right, so all those cities, are currently being, kind of rebuilt. Again, they weren't directly hit. I think it hit more north along the Florida State, Tallahassee area. But again, flooding, a lot of flooding, led to that. And again, a lot of flooding, has been the theme. So I think there's definitely a connection here. What are the chances? Hurricane Milton, Baker Mayfield, the quarterback for Tampa Bay, throws 180 yards. Kirk Cousins wears 18. There's a lot going on here. So you see what I'm saying? And oddly enough, the Bucs do not. Of course, they don't have another home game because they're going to be in New Orleans for the next game. Again, of course, that was they went through Katrina, 19 plus years ago. So another hurricane city to another, attributing 19 years plus ago. Okay, and what I also thought was interesting, the night after this game, this guy, his name is Morgan Wallen. In my opinion, I still have yet to make a video, but I still think that guy. Let me know what you think. I think it's Johnny Manziel. I'll be honest. Johnny Manziel had a shitty football career, and they made him this corny country music star. They've seen memes on it. I think that's actually him. He's been seen walking out with all these celebrities, just like he's been doing this before. Johnny Manziel, similar look, just made country. I could see a scenario. I want to do a video strictly on Morgan Wallen is Johnny Manziel, to be honest. I want to make that another video because I highly suspect that is what is going on. Now, this video was on Friday. I found this video. It's kind of a, not the greatest quality, but we're going to look. I'm not going to play in case I get a copyright. But notice he's walking out with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan and Baker Mayfield, right? So he does this thing. Again, he's wearing the number 47, of course. They do this a lot. You've seen this. He's wearing 47 because the phrase Tampa Bay equals 47. And they tend to wear these jersey numbers in direct, correlation to where they are in these concert tours. So by no coincidence, he's wearing John Lynch, number 47. Throwing up the horns. There you go. There you go. Baker Mayfield looking, like he just lost the game and he's unfazed because you don't care, But again, I just thought this was strange. He's promoting his Real American beer. This is a great pitch for Hulk Hogan. Notice they're both wearing red. Again, what are the chances? This is a made-up concert, by the way. This is supposed to be 2 months ago, but he was apparently sick and couldn't show up to a concert strategically before this day. So I just think that's strange. What are the chances? Again, more on that later, but what it brings me to is this final conclusion here. Kirk Cousins also did something odd at the end of the game. He performed this kind of, if you were in the 2009, 2010 era, you'll know the swag surf dance, right? So we did the swag surf dance, right? And notice, let's see if it shows me the clip here. I'm gonna again do the same thing so I don't get a copyright. Now notice what he's doing. He's swaying back and forth, wearing 18, right? So just kind of want to pause it here. So notice like tree branches sway, at the end, he does the swag surf. Okay. Again, this is a bit of a stretch, but I don't know why, but swag surf hurricane in Jewish Latin cipher is 1800. Weird. Again, that's more of a side note, but the fact that he's doing this imagery, again, he's 18, he's Hurricane Milton, he's going side to side. Like trees in the wind will sway side to side in foreshadow of this event, right? And notice what he says at the end here. Right here. I'm going to play it for a minute, see if I get it.
Do it, but the key is when the beat drops. It kind of initially just kind of gets going, gets everybody in the stadium aware of it.
Kind of gets people going, aware of it. But when the beat drops, that gets people going, right? So what drops gets the people going, right? So he's leaving. You see how there's so much going on here? It's undeniable at this point. Like, this is why I wanted to make this video, because it's so ridiculous. So he performed the swag surf, foreshadowing the trees moving from side to side due to the impacts of the storm. This game was a clear warning to get out of the city and has been notorious for dodging hurricanes. So Tampa Bay has been notorious, with the Tobaga tribe, Indian mounds that they have in the city have, set in stone that no, city will be, the city will be protected since 1921. It's been 102 years since the last great hurricane came through. And in the phrase Hurricane Milton, Tampa Bay, Florida, in the original Chaldean cipher equals 102. Okay. Now, the last piece, proof of the past. We can't learn, from the past unless we observe it, right? So I think proof of the past phrase right here is what kind of does it for me as well. I just want to type it in here. This will be the last one, just because, this is a very informative video. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I wanted to make this video. Proof of the past, again, equals Hurricane Milton. 6 days before, they scored 66 points. And, if you go 30 times 36, you get 1,080, right? That's the score of the game. That's the score of the game. Proof of the past, right? If you can't learn from the past, same thing will happen. So that's just a lesson. Again, this was a big decode here. I think it's very valid. Now, I know you guys are, here for picks as well. I know I've been a little bit down on that lately, but I kind of want to give you guys, I'm going to give you one pick for today that I really like. Again, this is just more of a side note. I noticed the phrase Broncos equals 86. And the coach, they play the Raiders. And he is currently, his name, Antonio Pierce. He's the coach, head coach of the Raiders. He's sitting on a 7-6 record all time as a coach, and he's playing the Broncos. So I like the Raiders to win and cover. I think that's your pick for today. If you're actually going to pick something, I would go, Raiders to cover. I think that's a solid play. That's the only pick I'm going to do today, just because I want to make this video the main part about what we just talked about. I'm going to make a video, I want to say either later today or tomorrow, discussing the Chiefs and Saints game on Monday night. There's some really significant notes I really want you guys to see. I think you'll really like it. And it has a lot to do with the origins of Patrick Mahomes and the city of New Orleans. So that's just a little spoiler alert. So again, double check effect sports code. Again, just to review, Hurricane Milton on its way Wednesday. A lot of connections to the game on Thursday night. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, we're going to make another video discussing the Chiefs and the Saints game on Monday Night Football. Okay? Double check effect sports code coming at you. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care.